It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Wade the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with me, man. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I just got finished watching the Javante Tank Davis fight versus Lamont Roach, potential fight of the year. I know that it's boxing. That is in a whole nother realm. But I'm a boxing fan. I meant to actually put this out a little bit earlier, but that definitely had my attention for the night, man. But dope fight for all my boxing fans that know. Super dope fight. We'll talk about it more on Mirror Image Podcast over on the Proven Grounds, man. If you know, you know. Check the description to make sure that you subscribe to the Mirror Image Podcast. But let me push that to the side, man, because we have our first line of business, man. The wide receivers had their combine earlier today. And, man, I didn't realize how much talent is there, man. I really didn't realize how much talent is in the combine. This is another position group, man, that showed they ass today. So I can't talk about every single person, but what I can do is I can talk about the standouts. I can talk about my personal favorites. So let's get into that. And without further ado, let's rock out.
Two official, through the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, 2 initials, T.
All right, so the first wide receiver that I have to mention, man, is Matthew Golden out of Texas, man. He had a 40 time of 4.29. As you can see, statistically decent, man, decent to say the least. 58 receptions, 987 yards, 9 touchdowns. Man, this dude is 6 feet, 195 pounds. But straight dog, man. A straight dog. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't been tuned in to that much Texas games, but I have seen a couple of games of him doing his thing. But I didn't realize that Matthew Golden, after just looking at, the highlights and looking at doing my little due diligence in the research, man, have I been sleeping on Matthew Golden. This dude is a dog. His ball hawking skills, the way he could locate the ball in the air is like no other. This is a true playmaker, to say the least. He had himself a good showing today at the combine. He looks pretty good, man. He looks pretty good. And to be honest with you, his stock has definitely went up, man. So shout out to Matthew Golden for the good work today, man. Next, I have to talk about one of my sleepers. For those who haven't seen my sleeper video, I had a top 5 sleeper video. Jimmy Horn Jr. was on that list, man. He ran a 40 today at 4.46. Not too bad. Not the greatest thing in the world for somebody his size, but not bad, man. His stats are just a little misleading, man, because over there in Colorado, it's a lot of hands over there, and he missed a few games. But we have 37 receptions, 441 yards, and a touchdown. He is 5'10" and weighed in at 170 pounds. The 40 is one thing. I was talking to my twin brother, man. He actually would have rather to see him, would have liked to rather have seen him at a 4.3. But, man, Jimmy Horn Jr., when it came to those drills, man, that is where he shined. I think all this offseason, man, his stock has just been rising. Like I said in my sleeper video, when he was at the Shrine Bowl, he was killing it then. But when they did the gauntlet drill, I mean, he ran it to damn near perfection. I think he had like one drop or something like that. But outside of that, it was damn near flawless. You could just see how fast he is through the drills that they was running, man. And This dude, man, this dude is definitely still one of my top sleepers. But his today, man, he had a good combine. He had a good combine. So, listen, I stand by it, man. Especially if we do what we need to do and get Shador. Oh man, I definitely want to push to get Jimmy Horn Jr. in the later rounds, man. If he is still there, and if teams want to sleep on a guy. So shout out to Jimmy Horn Jr. for doing this thing. Next, we'll get back to that, man. That's a 40 times right there. Um, Tez Johnson. Tez Johnson actually did have an underwhelming combine today. For somebody who's such a speedster, I expected a better 40 time. He ran a 4.51. But this is the thing. If his stock goes down and coaches want to sleep on this man, then so be it. Then so be it. Having a slot guy is not really number one priority on my list, especially someone who is maybe even lighter than a Wandale Robinson at 5'10", 165 pounds. But this dude has true game speed. This dude is a true speedster. It even showed when they did their 3-cone drill. He leads it in 6.65 seconds, and he leads it in all positions. He leads the time in that three cone drill. That is a perfect example of him having game speed and not really translating that into his 40 time. I know he wanted to run faster than that. I know he wanted a better time than that. But you watch the tape, man. Watch the tape. This is somebody who stock probably went down after the combine that he had today. But listen, it ain't go down to the fact that where I'm willing to ignore him if he's there in the later rounds. 83 receptions, 898 yards, 10 touchdowns this past season. So, Tez Johnson, although today might not have been his best day, look, if they sleeping, I would definitely would want to be in the running to get in Tez. Now, shout out to Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel had himself a day as well, man. 40 time was a 4.39. Statistically, he is an 80 reception receiver, 1,194 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Man, listen, he had a vertical jump of 41 inches, which is second in receivers. He had a broad jump, an 11'2", which is first in receivers. But as far as the drills is concerned, man, the drills, he just clearly just looked quicker, just a lot more twitchier than everybody else. He had himself a day. Trust me, I've been trying to stay away from the slot guys, man, but look, these are the guys, man. These are the guys that was out here doing it. Jalen Noel, salute to him, man. Salute to him. His stock has definitely went up. So I'm going to go back to that slide that I mentioned, man, and this is just a list of a few of the 40 times here. I want to, which was quite funny to me, Isaiah Bond, kind of hyped people up, made people believe that he was going to go out there, man, and, surpass the record. Nah, no, sir. No, sir. I mean, decent speed. We can't knock the 4.39. We can't knock that. But nah, man, he did not have it today as far as breaking the record. Torrey Horton, Colorado State. He also had himself a decent day today, man. He is coming off of injury, but he is somebody who also put in the pain for Colorado State. The classic matchup between Colorado State and Colorado. He was the receiver that was absolutely killing on his end. But yeah, man. Yeah. The receivers as a whole, man, did a good job. And I know that wide receivers may not be the top priority for the New York Football Giants, but it is for sure a priority that we cannot miss out on, man. So let's stay tuned, man, to keep our eyes close and our ears even closer to these receivers. And let's see, man. Let's see if we could be lucky enough to make some later round moves to where we can pick up one of these guys, man. But that is that on that, man. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and rocking with me. Giant salute to each and every one of you. Listen, the content is going to keep going. We're going to keep going hard. Draft time is almost there. Almost there. Before we get there, of course, you know, you got your free agency and you have the offensive linemen that we have to pay attention to for their combine. But it's getting heated. It's heating up just a little bit, man. It's heating up just a little bit. Until next time, peace.
Two official, through the flag, blew the whistle, 3 words, 2 initials, T. AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging iron, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah, keep applying pressure to the foes, going closer than I pit, closer than my abyss. Keep it weighted